Well, Grimsby Town are now well underway this season in League Two. They picked up their first home win and now they've picked up an away win away at Grimsby Town. Of course, Grimsby Town having only just come off that monumental win in the League Cup against Manchester United on penalties. And yet, when the Gas came to town, it was the Gas who took home all 3 points. Macaulay Southern Hale's 27th minute strike saw the Pirates take home all 3 points from Grimsby, leaving manager and head coach Darrell Clarke very pleased following the full-time whistle. Now, certainly not a classic by any means, but I think because of the start of the season that Bristol Rovers have experienced under Darrell Clarke, which has been less than impressive and, if anything, very disappointing and frustrating from Darrell Clarke's perspective, and he's pulled no punches in terms of saying that and making that clear. He'll be most pleased with getting this win, especially away from home as well, against a tough opposition who'd made a decent start to the League Two campaign. So, well, what did Darrell Clarke make of it? Well, I think certainly, as mentioned there, very pleased. Gritty performance, determined performance to make sure that they were able to hold on. But I think also slightly disappointed that they were having to hold on in the game as well. He'd like his sides to be comfortable when winning games. Now, I know that won't always be possible, but certainly he probably felt that his side were worthy at least of being a bit further ahead in the match, and so at the ending of that game they weren't hanging on to the 3 points. Yes, ultimately they got that 3 points in the end, but it wasn't perhaps in the most comfortable of fashion. So where do Bristol Rovers go from here? Well, of course, there's no international break in League Two, so the games keep coming thick and fast. And I think Darrell Clarke will have them on the training ground straight away, reflecting on that performance. Be happy with the win, but as it is often quite a cliche in football these days, don't get too high with the wins and don't get too low with the defeats. And I think Darrell Clarke has known that enough from his experience in management since he was last at Bristol Rovers to now come back and understand that, because he of course wants a side who can get promoted from League Two this season. And the start of the season they had didn't reflect that, but now perhaps they are kicking into their stride just a little bit. Anyway though, let's hear from Darrell Clarke himself following the victory against Grimsby Town to hear exactly what he made of it, his thoughts on how they held on to gain their first away 3 points of the season.
Yeah, listen, it's a dogged-out performance. Thought the goal was fitting to win any game, if I'm honest with you. Really pleased to come to obviously an informed team that started the season well. And to get the 3 points, our first away wins is important. You know, it's something obviously as a club we wasn't very good at last season, and you know you have to get your fair amount of points if you're going to reach the goals. And today was a starting point for hopefully our away form.
Yeah, Grimsby have plenty of momentum at the moment. How important was it to ride out their early storm and really put your stamp on the game?
Well, they're a good team. Dave's doing a cracking job here, so we knew it was going to be difficult. But I also thought we had our moments. We perhaps could have got a couple of goals as well. But we've had to defend well. I've had to change the shape numerous of times, and there's reasons behind that because we're not at the levels I want us to be at the minute, our fitness levels. But that'll come. You know, we had a midweek game obviously Tuesday. Now we Saturday. We can have a well-earned rest, but then we can also get the levels that we need to get up at. So we're not. I mean, we defended well, but we don't need to be hanging on as much as we are in games at the minute.
You mentioned the Macca goal there, but overall, just being able to have him on the pitch so regularly, that must be pleasing.
Yeah, listen, I want all my players fitting on the pitch. He's experienced, he's a leader, he's part of my leadership group. He brings that experience and know-how to the team and the club. That's why I brought him into the club, and what a finish by him.
And in the second half, was it about just battling away to keep a clean sheet, a third clean sheet at that?
Yeah, listen, for somebody told me beforehand, 3 years, 6 months for 3 league clean sheets. That's a long time for a football club to not get 3 league clean sheets in the league. So 3 years, 6 months is a bit of a monkey off a back. Defended really well at times. Rode our luck a little bit at times today, but we'll take that.
And with winning any sort of game, that must breed confidence in the squad.
Listen, the 3 points good, but the objective doesn't change from where I sit and where I stand. There's a hell of a lot of work to be done with our group, but testament to the boys today to put the bodies on the line and got the 3 points.
And finally, you mentioned it before, but now there's a full week ready until the next game. That must be good.
Yeah, listen, we look forward to it, get the rest in it, and we get working hard on the training ground. You know, win, lose or draw the game. It's always assess the week, build into the week, and try and get the fitness levels up with the lads, and get rest in 1 or 2 and be fresh for next Saturday.